Yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome into the Auto Rhythm Fantasy Studios. I'm Jamie. I don't have my trusty co-host with me today, but I kind of wanted to put out just kind of my overall thoughts of the first round here, just kind of what I thought, what I saw, just a quick little video, nothing like too extreme. I'm not gonna try to make this too long, but yeah, if you guys can, I would appreciate you guys go ahead. If you guys want to join our Discord link will be at the bottom. Make sure you guys also follow us on Apple and Spotify as well. Don't worry about the Google thing, that's long gone. So I have to change that. But if you guys can, all of those descriptions will be at the bottom of our all those all the stuff will be at the bottom for you guys to check out. So, and if you guys can, or if you guys want to, give me a follow at AutoRhythmFant on X. Kind of over there. I always like making new relations. If you guys want to make some new relations, all that good fun stuff over there. I always like having some banter, talking football or dynasty, whichever it might be, or just talking in general. Won't matter much to me, but yeah, let's kind of dive in here real quick because I really don't want to make it way too long. Kind of want to make it short, sweet, simple to the point. Um, let's pop this up if it does pop up. There we go. There we go. Let's go here. So it's I think most people would think that the first round, the first couple picks kind of was going to kind of go as kind of planned. Caleb Williams off at one. It was kind of a breakup between either Drake Mays or Jaden Daniels, kind of vice versa in there. Well, you can kind of say the first four picks, anyways. So they were kind of imprinted or just stamped. They're like you kind of already knew it was already going to happen. So, at five we had Malachi Neighbors. And, Melicca Neighbors, I mean, we if you guys haven't, go out and, get on our YouTube. We have a big old playlist on our, YouTube there. We hit up all kinds of we did college spotlights on most of these guys as much as we can before the NFL draft actually happened. Um, but yeah, Malachi Neighbors was a fan of ours. We liked him quite a bit. Um, and I think the Giants overall got a nice wide receiver one. I mean, if you think about the guys that they had, I seen some, little pictures or photos of, or memes of, Danny Dimes trying to throw the ball but not getting it to Neighbors kind of thing. But the Giants could have totally taken a quarterback here at number 5, but they didn't. So they're left with Malachi Neighbors, which I think, guys from fantasy should be a huge upgrade over a lot of these guys that actually they had, Sterling Shepard, Wandale Robinson, Jalen Hyatt. We saw little spurts of him, but being that, Danny Dimes was hurt, maybe Danny Dimes can come in and kind of, be his. This will be his most definitely last shot for sure. That will be his last shot. Um, so I like that. I'm not sure where I would draft him yet, especially in this redraft, but dynasty leagues, I'll get back to you guys on that because I am not quite sure. Because I would actually take the guy at number 9, Roma Dunzi, even though the fact that um they actually have Keenan Allen and DJ Moore. Rome will more likely be their number 3 guy right out of the box. Velus Jones, he's the number 4. But Roma Dunzi, yeah, it's I kind of have a hard like because where I'm drafting at in my dynasty leagues, well, a couple of them, I'm 7th. So in one of the leagues, I need a quarterback. I was trying to see if I can make some deals, move up, but doesn't sound like it. So I'm pretty well stuck at 7. And I'm like, it's kind of one of those things. I want to tank and say screw it and just kind of be able to kind of get maybe a quarterback next year or wait. I mean, I love Rome, but it's kind of like guys, for me, I guess it kind of comes down to what do I want to kind of feel for needs. Um, I mean, as much as I love Rome, I mean, I have some good wide receivers already, but it's like, I mean, as much as I would like Rome, but I want a QB, but I don't know, maybe I might have an opportunity that JJ might I mean, I that's well, I'll kinda get into that next, but I'm kinda in a toss-up of either trying to go for a quarterback or a wide receiver in the first round. I don't know about, a running back overall, but, I mean, those are kind of that's kinda where I'm contemplating, QB or wide receiver. So, let's quickly talk about, number 8 here real quick. You know, I'm not sure what the heck Atlanta Falcons was doing Michael Penix Jr. I was listening back to kind of some of the their press conference. They were talking about, well, we're looking toward the future, yada yada yada. We don't care if he sits to 4 to 5 years, and it's just like, why in the hell did you end up taking Michael Penix Jr. for if you don't care if he sits for 4 or 5 years? He's gonna be freaking Santa Claus before he actually gets the opportunity to even play. And unless they're just gonna try to hold him for for future draft capital or something. Maybe some team gets frickin' needs a quarterback or something, and boom, well, there's Michael Penix Jr. sitting right there, who has some probably more likely probably won't see a game for 2 to 3 years. It's hard saying, unless they're scared of Kirk Cousins getting injured, but still, it's kinda like, why would you give a guy so much money and then turn around and actually draft a quarterback at number 8 where he's ready to actually start. It makes no damn sense, which is just I'm sure puzzled everybody, but oh well. It is what it is. I'm not drafting Michael Penix Jr. in any dynasties at all. I'm not gonna sit on him, not gonna wait for him. So in my eyes, dynasty, he's out for me. Totally out. Um Even in redraft, there's no point of even drafting him at all. So if you guys look at it, especially in redrafts, no, I'm out. I'm done. Don't care. So it is what it is. Um, that's kind of my overall thoughts and just kind of the first 7 guys here, because there was 14 total, fantasy related guys that actually were drafted. So other than that, let's get into my next 7 here real quick too as well. Um, as I was mentioning, we had JJ at 10, Bo Nix at 12, Brock Bowers at 13, Brian Thomas Jr. at 23, Xavier Worthy at 28, Ricky Prasal at 31, and then we had right at the end there, Xavier Legette at 32. So as I was mentioning a little bit earlier, I was kind of in predicament of, I'm drafted 7th in my rookie drafts. I am like, well, do I actually go wide receiver? Do I actually go um, QB? So I kind of like the landing spot for JJ McCarthy because he ends up landing with um, Addison, um, Hawkinson, JJ, and they have Aaron Jones in the backfield. So I mean, for me, that's it's almost like a perfect setup for a guy like him.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, do I try to stay where I'm at? Does JJ fall to 7? I can maybe draft him at 7, not have to worry about maybe trying to move up. I was going to hopefully maybe try to move up maybe just a couple, but I don't think that's possible now. So maybe JJ lands at 7, or I can actually get a quarterback because I have Brock Purdy and the poor freaking Kenny Pickett, which just really, really sucks for me because I was hoping he would have done something, but the Eagles got him now. So I'm in due need of another quarterback in Superflex. So, um, Bo Nix, I mean, you know, Denver actually traded for, the MILF Hunter, and, and they have a Stidham and then one other guy, I believe. So it's kind of like, were they really going to start, Zach Wilson? Oh, it was kind of funny. We mentioned this on our live stream yesterday. Maybe this will bring more people, more butts in the seat for Denver to maybe get some more um, money in their bank or something like that. So just some funny stuff. But Bo Nix, I think is I think they'll be their day one starter more than likely, but we'll have to kind of see when training camp does happen. But I think Bo Nix would be more likely be their guy. I don't think they'll have Zach Wilson. I think Zach Wilson would be kind of like the number two backup to Bo Nix. But I mean, as far as fetches, what we have to kind of wait and see because it's very early. Um, I think Denver will need to get some more, more pieces. I mean, come in with Courtland Sutton, you know, Little Humphreys, um, Tim Patrick, you know, not that great. So I think they'll need to do some more upgrading for sure. 13, Brock Bowers, not a bad fit, but I think the Raiders needed was a quarterback in this draft, and they totally missed out on a few things, but it is what it is. But they ended up getting one of the best tight ends in this draft. So I know, will this help out Aiden O'Connell? Is it going to help out? I think they actually have. No, they don't. Can't think of his name now. Minshew. I think they have Minshew over there. But either way, Brock Bowers, I'm sure most people will be drafting him high because there's going to be targets going around for sure. But the sad part is that they had Michael Mayer. They drafted him. He kind of slowly kind of popped here and there, but we'll have to kind of wait and see how that unfolds. Maybe they go with a two-headed monster. One guy one end, one guy on the other end, and hopefully maybe something happens. Um, 23 here, real quick. Brian Thomas Jr. I like it. Actually, I like it. The Jaguars needed, they had Kirk Cous not Kirk they had Christian Kirk, who, he flashed with them, the previous year, over 1,000 some odd yards, so, I mean, he helped them out some, but, the Jaguars were kinda lagging in some of those departments, a couple and I think Brian Thomas Jr. comes in and can be the number 1, have, Christian Kirk on the other side. I mean, for me, I think that's a nice fit. Give Lawrence T-Law some more weapons to play around with, especially Thomas, him can actually go deep. And I unfortunately, we didn't really have an opportunity to cover him. Um, but if it does come to dynasty, if he's maybe there in a second, he might be there in a second. I would probably draft him in a second. Um, it all depends on if, Rome actually is there, if I actually want Rome. Well, if he is there, Rome would probably be the first option. Maybe Brian Thomas Jr. would be your second option in dynasty leagues. Um, so this one I really don't know about. Xavier Worthy to the Kansas City Chiefs. To me, this one is a straight dumpster fire. I honestly don't know why KC went Xavier Worthy. To me, they're like more. To me, it seemed like they were kind of more of a dink and dunk offense. I mean, with all these little smaller guys, Sky Moore, all these other guys that they drafted, and it's just like they really didn't show up. I mean, Rashid Rice kind of slowly kind of open, their offense up for him. But now that since he's got some legal issues going on, we don't know what's going to happen there. So for me, I guess I'm not taking any shares of Xavier Early. Don't care. I don't think he's built. I don't think he's built enough well enough to actually be a true number one. They have a lot. I'm sure a lot of you guys will be like, well, he could be a Tariq Hill. He's gonna have issues getting off the line. I mean, with these how these NFL guys are, but I know a lot of guys are say, well, he's got speed. Speed's only gonna last so long till you get jacked up, and then then what? You get jacked up, but you're not gonna have no speed. Then you're gonna be, So I just don't like the pick at all. To me, it's just gonna be a dink and dunk kind of thing for me, in my opinion. 31, Ricky Pearsall. Actually, not bad. We actually covered him. I mean, he's tall, lanky. He can make, he's got some good routes running skills. He can get open and he can get open. So I don't know. The only thing that I can see maybe is the conflict is, how does the Niners trade away, Ayukin, Sammy Debo? Maybe it's possible. I don't know. I'll have to recap after rounds 2 and 3 and see what happens. But I mean, Ricky Persall kinda to me, I thought Ricky is kinda more of a day 2 kinda guy, but I think a lot of us were unexpected to actually see him go in the first round because he had Adonai Mitchell, who could've been in first rounder for sure. I thought he was a better prospect over Xavier Worthy, um, and then, number 32, Xavier Legette. I really don't hate it. I don't. I mean, most of these picks I kinda hate, some of them I don't. I think overall with the Panthers, they need people, they need bodies, and, with now I can't think of it I can't think of his name now. I loved, Terrence Marshall, there we go. I loved Terrence Marshall quite a bit. I was hoping that maybe he would have spawned into something, but he didn't. But you know, and they have the, Deontay Johnson that kinda came in. So, maybe this might be a little bit different, because Deontay Johnson can he can spread the field pretty damn quick, you know, Xavier Legette kind of a bit, kind of to me, he's kinda like a DK lookalike a little bit, kind of that kind of his build kind of way. Not like super jacked up, but, his skill set, height-wise, strength and stuff like that, maybe the Panthers' offense looks a little bit different for sure, but, at least it gives, Bryce Young actually some more weapons to actually toss to. Um, Other than that, I think that kinda covers everything I was kinda wanting to talk about. Um, I know I'll probably try to get a round 2 and 3 in maybe s Sunday or I don't know about Saturday, but I'll try to actually get something in. Those are just my overall thoughts and everything. But yeah, other than that, everybody, I mean, I hope everybody kind of liked my small, quick recap on just overall thoughts. If you guys have any thoughts, just put them down in the comments below. Um, yeah, I don't know when we'll be doing a next show offhand, but stay tuned for that. I'll try to get out some small videos here and there. But yeah, other than that, if you guys can, follow us on Apple Pods, Spotify as well. You can follow me at Algorithm Fan on X, and all that stuff will be in the description below as well. Um, but yeah, other than that, I think that kind of wraps up what I kind of want to talk about. Well, we will check you guys later. I'm Jamie from Outer Rhythm. We will catch you guys next time. Later.